Today I want to teach you how to go much deeper in your meditations. Okay? The aspect of this practice, the shift that you're going to have to make, is going to be leaving object focused meditation and making the shift to turning the attention towards the subject, the one that is doing the focusing. So I'm going to actually, I know it might be confusing right now to hear this. I'm going to take you through both types of meditation, help you acknowledge the difference while you're actually watching this video. Okay, so while we're talking, practice this, okay? And then I want you to kind of practice in your own time and gain some experience with it. What we discuss in today's video is not a short-term fix, okay? So just like any of my other videos, as long as you implement it, stay consistent, the result is inevitable. But yes, you have to be consistent. You have to earnestly apply it. You have to care for it. You have to make it a priority. Okay, so let's start with just laying down that foundation. So what do I mean by object-focused meditation? Object-focused meditation is any sort of meditation, especially when we just begin the practice, where we are being told to focus on an object of awareness. It could be an actual physical object. Maybe, some people do like a candle light flame, where you just keep your attention focused on that particular flame. Or the attention can be focused on the breath, which is another object of awareness. Or the attention can be focused on your sense of your body, right? The outline of your body. The sense of having your hands or your feet. And really keeping the attention focused on your hands or your feet or your body, right? So you get the point. The object-focused meditation is any time you keep the attention focused on an object. And this does pretty well, especially in the beginning, because, in the beginning when we're just starting meditation, our attention is so scattered. It is just constantly in a million different directions. And your mind at will has the ability to just keep your attention hooked on whatever, is arising right now. So in this way, not only do you have a lot of internal chaos and no clarity, but also this just also manifests in your external experience as well. So the internal chaos is exactly what is experienced externally as well. So in the beginning, object-focused meditation does wonders because it allows you to now more come into control of your own attention and learn to keep your attention more and more one-pointed in one place. And automatically through this, the mind does get a little calmer, a little quieter. So you can also say it's a great preparation for the deeper meditation, which I'll introduce to you in a bit. But object-focused meditation hits its own barrier because over time, you will notice that as long as you are doing the meditation and you're in meditation and you're focused on the breath or the body sense or whatever it is for you, you're fine. But as soon as you open your eyes, now you're just back into thoughts and constant identification and chaos again. So you see, as long as you're doing the meditation and doing the concentration, you can say focusing, then you're fine. But then as soon as you open your eyes and resume your day-to-day activities, you're just fully identified and in mind again. So it becomes its own limit, okay? The point of meditation is not to just slow down the mind or quiet the mind for temporary periods of time. It is to truly understand the inner workings. It is to gain an insight. It is to overall become quieter. And it is to create depth in your own being, to reach the source of life itself, the source of me, of what I am. And that can only happen, we can only go to that depth with the other meditation where now, instead of focusing on the object, okay, like the breath, now we are seeing what is it that is actually doing the focusing? From where is the focusing happening? So you can say it's almost like previously, the attention is focused. So let's just say I have my AirPods right here, okay? This is the object. The attention is focused on the AirPods, right? This is the object. And it is just fully focused and concentrated on it. Now we are investigating. We are turning the attention onto itself, right? The light of the flashlight turning back onto itself and going to its source, the source of the light, the source of the attention. May sound complicated, but that is the essence of self-inquiry. That is the essence of this, you can say, subject-focused meditation. And let me allow you, so I will walk you through the guidance of it as well, but let me just state this first. Only by turning the attention towards the source, you can say, or keeping the attention in source, rather than keeping it outward, only then can you start to recognize your own source. Can you start to truly deepen it? You will see that every single time, right? So when you're focused on an object, it takes you effort and maintenance to keep it focused on that object so that thoughts don't come in. But you will see that with the subject-focused meditation, when we turn the attention back onto the source, thoughts automatically dissolve. So we don't seem to quiet the mind for temporary periods of time, but instead dissolve the mind back into source just by turning the attention inward. Okay, now that's why also in the beginning it is, something you have to wrestle with and kind of gain your balance and experience with. How over time this becomes effortless, where you can now, not just when you open your eyes, just everything rushing back in and, but rather you're able to cultivate this growing awareness. You're able to grow in your knowledge of what you really are prior to mind and body. Only because right now you believe you are just the bundle of thoughts in your body, do you constantly just dwell in it. And then you suffer it. But through this deeper meditation, and I will show you exactly step by step how to do it, only through this deeper meditation do you start to create depth in what you know yourself to be. And only now when your own recognition of your own self is prior to, deeper than the thoughts, the emotions, body, actions, now can there be some level of control. Now can there be some level of restfulness. You see? You cannot be in the middle of instability, right? Because thoughts, emotions, actions, all these things are unstable. They're constantly just coming in and going out, arising and subsiding in consciousness. You cannot dwell and believe yourself to be this instability and then still hope to be stable, right? That's how people live. We want peace, we want happiness, we want security, we want stability, but we chase it in what is unstable. And we believe ourselves to be that which is also unstable. So fear is natural from that place. This teaching and meditation is about recognizing that which is permanent, that which is your own self, your own source. Okay? So let's do a quick little guidance real quick. Right now, I actually want you to, we're first going to do the object focus meditation, okay? And I want you to see the difference. So right now, I want you to focus on your breath. And stay fully focused on your breath. Focus on the sound of the breath. Keep your attention on your breath. You can even focus on the feeling of your breath. But as soon as a thought pops up, you acknowledge that you're thinking. As soon as you notice it, just bring your attention back to the breath itself. So you see, this is like a sort of a concentration, right? We're again and again bringing the attention back to our breath. And again, this has some benefit, but overall it becomes its own limit. So now, let me show you the subject-focused meditation, what we call self-inquiry. So right now, first, I want you to actually just, again, acknowledge your breath. Recognize that I am focusing on my breath. My attention is right now on my breath. Something, wherever it's happening from wherever it is arising, it is focused on the breath. So here is where we must investigate. Not in a mental way, okay? Just the turning of our attention. What is it that is focusing on the breath? From where is the focusing happening? Again, here, it's subtle, so it may be confusing right now, but don't let that discourage you. Don't get confused in the words and don't get mindy about it. You're not thinking about where the attention is coming from. But again, go to the direct experience. Attention is already happening spontaneously, effortlessly. Simply acknowledge that I am aware. Become aware that you are aware. As soon as it becomes mindy, turn your attention back to that which is aware of those thoughts. So, right, again, some thoughts may arise. It's fine. Don't care about what they say. But instead, again, there's an awareness of those thoughts. You know those thoughts. So just become aware that I am aware. Turn the attention back onto itself. Become aware that you are aware right now. And this is what I want you to play around with. Because maybe right now it was confusing because it's very new to you. Or maybe right now, even though it's new to you, you instantly kind of had this sort of recognition that I am aware. And in this recognition, I want you to notice, maybe you could even run this video back and redo that. But in this recognition, notice that the moment you recognize that I am aware, the moment you become aware of being aware, in that recognition, in that space, even if it's just for a second right now, there's no thoughts. Thoughts automatically vanish. And you can say there's just this sort of emptiness, just this acknowledgement of being aware. So in meditation, if you want to go deep, this is where you need to stay. Be aware of being aware. Thoughts come in, whatever, fine. Just come back to and acknowledge that those thoughts arose in my awareness. I am aware of those thoughts. So again, just instead of being aware of the thoughts, be aware that you are aware. And rest here. Recognize that when you are aware that you are aware, your attention is no longer outward facing. It is no longer latched onto any object. Being aware of being aware, your attention is simply no longer going anywhere. It is just subsiding into source. The mind itself is subsiding into source. And you just are. And you rest as yourself in yourself. And this deepens. In the beginning, it may be very subtle, so you can't understand it, and it's still kind of mindy, but with practice, it deepens. So the purpose of this meditation is not to chase a state of peace or to be rid of your thoughts. It is simply to be aware of being aware. And really investigating, not in a mental way, just by the turning of your attention. What is it that is aware, right? Becoming interested in not what you are aware of, which is constantly changing, but rather that which is aware, which is always constant, which you sense as me, as I. This is self-inquiry. So I hope this video helped, and I want you to practice this and give me some feedback down below too. If you want to go way deeper into self-inquiry, if this is something that's new to you, if you're new to my channel, then make sure to watch my other videos, because I have tons of videos now on self-inquiry and even deepening your regular objective meditation, right? So in the description box below, you'll see my meditation playlist, you'll see my self-inquiry playlist. Make sure to watch those and start implementing this immediately. And actually, I've made a free 1-hour masterclass where I cover this object-focused meditation, because that may be beneficial for you right now if that's the stage that you're in, but also inquiry. And I've given you step-by-step processes on how to implement everything. So if this is of any interest to you and if this is relevant, make sure to go through those, really start watching them, and more importantly, apply what you learn consistently. Okay? Good luck. Thank you for watching this video. Now, here are a couple of ways that I can be of direct help to you right now, okay? And I'm going to link everything that I mentioned right now in the description box below. So number one is you can join our free Personal Mastery Quest community, our Facebook group, on which you can interact with me personally and ask me all your questions. I love the community over there, and I do my best to reply to you as soon as possible, okay? Number two, if you have not yet watched my free Ego to Presence Masterclass, in which I teach you how to implement the teaching of self-inquiry into your life step by step and deepen your meditation and deepen your self-inquiry profoundly, then again, check the link in the description box below and go watch that masterclass. It is 1 hour. It will bring you tremendous value, okay? And now lastly, if you want to work with me and my team personally, and you want me to help you dissolve mind identification and realize your true being, then you can check out my coaching program, the Higher Consciousness Shift. All the details of it are down below in the description box. Just click the link that is under section coaching. Okay, and it'll take you there to my personal website, where you can go through all the details and book a free call with me, and we can decide if we're the right fit to work together. That's all for today. I will see you in the next video.